Hello guys, welcome back. So today I'm showing you how to create original characters, poses and stuff. So I have a character that I drew not too long ago and shaded and added clothing folds to and stuff. So as you can tell, you don't have to have a huge drawing to put it into detail, because you can even see that I put details in the eyes. So things I want to point out about this character. I'm sorry for being stuffy and, the weird camera angle as usual. So, this character's features are slim, Her face is slim. More like cat-like features. Her eyes, slanted. So that's what, if you're making a comic and stuff, and you have characters that look similar, that's how you tell the difference between them. Their shape, the shapes of their eyes and stuff. And drawing guidelines is a good way to do that. And I'm sorry for all the pencil shavings and stuff around here, whenever I was zooming out, because I was walking with my pencil sharpener and I tripped and fell. So yeah, that's always something lovely. So as you can see, and a lot of people draw, so I won't go too into depth with everything. If you want me to make a more detailed video, then I will. So, these, as you can see, it doesn't look like the clothes are plastered onto this character like a lot of people draw their clothes to be, because a lot of times people do that, and that's not the right way to do it. So, and then this highlight right here, so I want to try to make it a little more angled, because the way that you place your highlight depends on the way that the light's hitting it. And then you can see that we have a hair part right here where all the hair is coming from. So I don't have it solid white, so that indicates that the hair is not completely white. So yeah, and the poses, a lot of people, in the books and stuff, it says to draw them a lot of books do this, where it says to make them like this, and they have the joints and stuff, they have the feet. Well, that is way too far out. See, that just really confuses me. We have the shoulders, because then it makes your characters look all boxy and Minecrafty and stuff. It can help, but making them curved is a good thing, because then, that head. I'm gonna try to I'm just gonna draw a head right here. Because then once you go and you place stuff around it, you get pretty confused. It is kind of good, but then you got all the erasing to do and stuff, and it just looks weird once you're done with it and it's all fully proportioned. Now, there is the ways that you can draw with shapes, if that works for you, then that's good. See, it just looks very strange once you try to do it all in. So, then, see, super long torso and stuff. Then we have our shape method, which is, I think it's good, but it can be a little time consuming, and stuff. So, this is how you should usually start by drawing your heads, by drawing a circle, because it's a very accurate way to do it. So, you have the head, and then ear. So after we do this, you can draw a little right there to show that that's the neck. And then this shape, and have it dipping kind of forward. So then that's it, where that you can place, like, between the rib cage and stuff. And then you have this, and then you place the legs about like that, and then you place the legs about right here. But the thing is, sometimes people draw it like at an angle. That's what I catch myself doing a lot of times, and then that really messes you up, because then it's like strange and stuff. And so, yeah, I do draw lines to show myself, because it's not completely stick figured. It's okay to like add elements from both kind of sides. But I catch myself messing up a lot, and that's okay, because there's always room for practice, no matter what lessons you've taken and all that and stuff. And like, take art at your, like, do your art at your own pace, because you don't want to go too fast, or you don't want to go too slow and then like forget other things, because your art is your way of seeing it. It's not how you put it down. It's your way of seeing things. It's your way of putting it into perspective. It's something that there's no rules to it, and there's just tips and help stuff if you want to learn how to draw a certain thing. And so it's your own perception of it, and people, you don't need the best art supplies. You don't need all these Copic markers and expensive pens and stuff to be a good artist. It just makes it simply easier. And people, they get through it at people are good with, I know some people, there are people at my school that are really good at working, just simply Crayola markers and Crayola color pencils and stuff. And it's crazy, because it's like their art looks Copic grade, and it looks Prismacolor grade, So you don't have to have good supplies. And see, I am very trash at hands, and I still manage to go through it without it looking too bad. And I made the arms a little short, as you can tell, and the torso a little long, but there's always room to improve. Always time, Like I said, go at your own pace. If you need help with something, ask someone. Look it up on YouTube. You have almost the whole world's knowledge that you're holding in your hand, or looking at, or it's sitting in your lap. That's what the internet was made for, to help you and give you knowledge to access. So it's really important that you use your resources, and the best resource is your mouth and your brain, and because you'll never know if you don't try to find out, if you don't find out. So I'm gonna have the fingers curled like this. We'll make this character a shy one. So the pose matters a lot. Some people are like, oh, it doesn't really matter, but it does. It really does matter. So, and the hair, the way that the hair is, it matters a lot too, because you can tell if that character's crazy, or or like energetic, or kind of monotone, And this character, I'm gonna make the hair. How am I gonna make this hair? So I'm gonna have it just a little strand tucked behind the ear right there. Okay, that kind of gives me a start. So we have this strand right here. So move at your own pace, you know, like I'm saying, and design the characters that you want to design and do what you want to do. So this hairstyle, it's very simple, but yet there's elements that, you know, people can't do because maybe people are used to doing all this spiky hair and stuff and crazy hair. So it's not that hard, and maybe you want to change it up a little bit, you know. Maybe I want to take a little strand of hair back here and make it go around and like, so to distinguish this, I'm going to make it a brighter strand. I'm not going to add too much detail into it. And then maybe I want to make another one going back. And then I'm going to do that for now, and then make a little ribbon. I don't really know how to do bows, but that's something that I need to learn how to do. I did one really good bow on the back of a wedding dress design, but that's really different than doing a bow in hair and, you know, small. But, you know, I'm just going to make it a little ribbon, and then so now that these strands are kind of distinguished from the rest of the hair, it's time to add the face. So the eyes, I'm going to make them like a softer, you know, kind of curved. And it seems like this character would be, you know, gullible, you know, like believing everything that everyone says, and then, you know, that type of character that gets made fun of for it, you know, and tricked a lot. So now for the outfit. So maybe we want to make this character look like they're living in their own little world, you know, their own little fantasy world. So let's dress them like it. So it's not necessarily fantasy, but, you know, it's like more like a fairy tale twist to a modern look, you know. So maybe we want to give her a sailor suit, a sailor uniform, you know. So I gotta think of how to draw it again, because I haven't drawn one in a little bit. So let me think. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Okay, I had to look at a reference. I'm back. So it goes around the neck. So, like I said earlier, we don't want to make it. We don't want to make it look like the clothes are lying like flat, just plastered to the character. That's not something we want to do. So I'm gonna make a little ribbon right here, just a long little ribbon, and so the sailor suit is a uniform that is in a lot of comics and stuff. So maybe we want to give her a little ribbon right here, like little ribbons on the little bows back of her. Whatever they're called. So there's, oh, sorry. So there's those, and so maybe, I don't know if we want to give her like boots, or, okay, let's not do boots. Maybe little shoes that go like that. So, and if you're doing a comic, you know, what they say, you know, how they talk is also a way to distinguish them and to, you know, tell their personality. So, I'm trying to think of a way that we could distinguish this character to make a you know, stand out. So back to that, you know, like fantasy like twist, you know. So maybe we decided we don't want to give her a sailor suit. Maybe we decided we're gonna give her a little bit of a puffy sleeve. Yeah, like a puffy sleeve, and then erase this so then make it the collar of the shirt, or not the shirt, but you know, like the outfit, droop a little like that, and then still make it go like that, but then add a cute little bow, and then little buttons. That. There we go. So now for the hair shading and stuff. So it's a little much right now, so I'm just gonna kind of dab it out with my eraser. And then I'm gonna maybe, oh man, look at that eraser. Hang on, how can I, okay, let me wipe it on my pants real quick. I have gray pants on anyway, so it won't make a difference. So now that we have this, we're gonna kind of like erase. We're gonna start from kind of like a blank canvas. I draw a lot of lines whenever I'm just simply drawing something. So we're gonna leave those two strands of hair right there, and then just start by drawing simple little lines kind of coming up from there. And then maybe we want this character to have lighter hair, so we won't draw as much, and we'll leave that highlight open and bright and make some highlights right there. So like making the pressure, applying less pressure to the pencil, and see, it looks like she has lighter hair, and then the spots that we want to distinguish, like different folds in the hair, you know, because hair's layered, like layers and stuff. Then just make it a little darker, and then add a few highlights here and there. Maybe like 2 strands coming up like that. Oh, whoops. Kind of made her look like she was crying. So let's start from up here before we start adding strands. There we go. 2 little strands. Sometimes if you have so much graphite in an area, it makes it like really hard to add stuff to it and distinguish it, you know, like I say distinguish a lot, but see, like, look at all that. So it makes it hard to separate it from what's what. So that's why you just gotta, you know, keep on working at it and You know, don't give up until you're done and you think that you can making sure whenever you're drawing frames in a comic and stuff, making sure that making sure that they don't get this character confused with another, or they don't think that it's a whole new character. Draw the character from different points of view and see how it changes, and then if it changes at a certain perspective, then keep on working at it until you recognize that character, until it's recognizable. And so I'm not that great at drawing anime guys, so that's why I didn't do a tutorial on guys, because I'm not good at it. So I will work at that and teach you guys whenever I know how to do it. So I'm just adding little highlights to the hair here and there, just to make it look sort of realistic, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from it. And I will break the parts into it down. Like if you want me to show you specifically how to draw hair, specifically how to draw the face, specifically how to draw something, then I will definitely do that, because it's important that I know that I'm doing stuff that you guys will want to watch, and that you guys will get information from that you want to learn how to do and stuff. So eyes. If you're drawing a smaller eye, like this maybe, but maybe a little bit smaller, whenever you're shading it. So don't lay out the highlights or anything, just don't lay anything out. Just kind of work your way in there with your pencil, and don't worry about erasing it, because that can lead to some stuff. So like that. And then if you want to make a certain area darker, then color in the opposite direction. So what that means is say this is part of the eye and you're shading it like this. Oh, sorry. You're shading it like this. Let me shade all this through. Say you want to make this area darker, then you shade in the opposite direction like this. And then you kind of blend it in a little bit. But if you're drawing in a small space, it'll automatically blend in, It's kind of like one of those things. And plus someone's not going to get 2 inches from it and look at it, Unless they read and stuff like that. But then also drawing like this and adding textures to curly hair and stuff. I know I said that I was going to end this video, right? But I'm, trying to make sure that you guys know what you're doing, so that you're not stranded. Say you have curly hair, you're gonna want strands to overlap, and then because I have curly hair kind of, and then but not making it so grouped together, but also spreading it apart and stuff. And shading it, it's a little tricky to shade curly hair, but once I'll get into depth in another video with curly hair and just hair in general. But oh yes, clothing folds. I'm a mess, guys, but clothing folds. So, and shading the clothes and stuff. So it just depends on what material you want the fabric to be made of. So if you're wanting a hoodie, like this, see where hoodies are right there. It's folding specifically right here, about right, and then it'll fold about right here where the zipper is, or the jacket or whatever, and it'll fold like that. it'll have little wrinkles at the sleeves. So this one, it isn't that like wrinkly of a texture, but it is sort of puffy. So yeah, I have one right there like always. And sorry, I have a battery power thing popping up on my screen. So, and then so it's sort of puffy. So you're just adding like little quick streaks here and there. So that's it for now, guys. I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope this helps. So if you some point in the video think that this was helpful, or that you would like to see more from this channel, please do subscribe and hit that like button if this helped, because yeah, because I don't know, because this channel it's very small, and I want to get my videos out there so that it can help people if they can help people if my videos are helpful. So I just think that I don't know. So I know I'm like confusing myself with my own words. I'm so tired. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.